Hello, beautiful people. How are you doing? So, today I'm going to be using a range of decks, tarot decks, oracle decks, this rune deck, my new Light Seers deck as well, which is over here. And we're just going to divine messages, see what's coming through for all of you beautiful people. We're going to use my angel answers. This is also a recent deck that I got. We're going to use the Psychic Tarot, the Moonology deck, the Sacred Oracle, Sacred Destiny deck. So, yes, so I'm very, very excited. And yes, so excited to see all of you, my lovelies, and to have all of you here. So much love to each and every one of you. Thank you for being here. Okay. All right. So, what we're going to do is we're going to start with this rune deck. All right. Let's see what we have. It's called the Runes for Modern Life. And let's just use this deck to get um, just to give the whole, what's the word? To give it an energy. What energies are we working with? Just to start off with. What is, the major frequency that's coming through? And I have figured out actually most of these cards, but I may need to read some of them from the book. But let's see what is showing up from this deck. All right, thank you. Divine love, divine spirit, divine truth, divine harmony, divine intelligence, divine wisdom, divine love. We surrender to you today, and we thank you for guiding us, for showing us everything that we need to see in our lives at this moment and at any moment. These messages that you send us, that come through us, we receive them with all our hearts, and we just, in humility, we trust that divine guidance that is always, always, always here for us. So thank you, divine love, for your blessings. Thank you for your light. Thank you for your unconditional love, which is holding us and nurturing us and cherishing us and protecting us always. And we bathe in your light, in this beautiful, healing, loving light. We thank you, and we are deeply grateful for this moment right now, right here, resting in the arms of this universe, this magical place that we live in, physically and within ourselves as well, that place of magic from where we operate, from where we come into being. And let us sit in the seat of our power and of our divine wisdom and of our divine natures, which are always in tune with harmony, with bliss, with everything good and pure and loving and kind. Thank you, divine love. Thank you. We just soften to your grace. We soften to that grace within us, which is our greatest power and our greatest strength. Thank you. And let us acknowledge that we are divine beings. And let's operate from that space and make room for the light in our lives and shine light into the world, into everyone we encounter and everything we encounter. No matter what it is or how it seems, let us shed that beautiful, glowing, loving light into the world and into every part of our own lives. Thank you, thank you, thank you, Divine Love. Thank you. All right, my darlings, my beautiful souls. Let's see what is coming through from this Runes for Modern Life. Wow. Berkana. That's the first card we have. The rune, it's called Berkana. I may not be pronouncing it perfectly, but that's how it's spelled. Berkana. And I'm going to read the meaning of this rune for you. And let's see what it says. Okay, I kind of know where it is in the book. Let's see. Bear with me. There we go. Berkana. It says, birch, divine. That's the meaning of this rune. It says, Berkana celebrates birth and all new beginnings. And these could be a new relationship or a work project or simply a new approach to life. The symbol is the birch tree, which is known for its fertility and ability to renew. If you are going through a difficult time, this card suggests that you have the strength to pull through, learn from the experience, and grow, and that good times will return. Associated with maternal and caregiving energy, the card urges you to nurture any new beginnings or relationships because they are going to be positive for you. Wow, I love that. And there's the horn, just to like give you extra. extra, just to make sure you know. At the same time, this requires that you nurture and take care of yourself and make sure that your needs are met before caring for others. Family is a strong theme too, and it is possible that this card refers to a family member or a friend who will offer much needed support or care. Perhaps there's someone close to you in need of support or loving care. And that's the meaning of this card, Berkana. Isn't that so beautiful? Isn't that a beautiful message? I just love this message of new beginnings. I mean, considering that we're in January right now. Sorry. I'm still in January. We're already in Feb. We're already in Feb of 2025. But I saw a lot of these funny reels where people are like, oh, the 490th day of January. I think people found it quite intense, and I guess it just was dragging on for some people. It was quite a month. Let me know how you all felt about January 2025. I mean, it for me it was an intense month. It was really, really intense, to say the least. But I'm just full of gratitude. I'm just full of gratitude right now. Deeply grateful for everything in my life. How are you all feeling? Let me know what's going on for you this year. How has this year started for you? Okay, so we're starting with this card, Berkana. Beautiful, wonderful. It's all about new beginnings, taking care of yourself, taking care of anyone who needs that. It's so important to care for other people, right, in our lives, and to be considerate of them, to not take them for granted. If they are kind to you always, and you kind of we do that, we do that as human beings. We take for granted the people who are always there, always have our backs, always kind to us, and we kind of just like, oh, whatever, take them for granted. So don't take people in your life who are there for you, who love you, who take care of you, who do things for you silently without like effort. And you notice that kindness in your life. If you have that from somebody, notice it and be kind to others as well. Okay, now we're going to get a card from the Sacred Destiny Oracle. Let me shuffle this. This is also one of my favorite decks. I just love I love the imagery. I love the messages. Let's get one card from here, from the Sacred Destiny Oracle. Forgiveness. Yes, yes. It's so hard sometimes when you've been wronged or somebody has done something that's been very hurtful. You want to sometimes stay in that anger or stay in that self justification or stay in that space where you're like, they deserved that, and I'm not going to forgive them, or I'm just going to stay angry. I'm going to stay, like, in that frequency where it's it's an unsettling frequency. So sometimes you've got to talk yourself out of it. Sometimes you've got to tell yourself, listen, we're not going to hold on to this energy anymore. We can surrender it, let it go. Of course, don't do it before you're ready, but don't linger in it. Don't stay in it. Talk yourself out. And when we replace it with love, without denying our emotions, without denying what happened, without, like, analyzing it and feeling like, okay, that was wrong on their part and that really wasn't a good thing for them to do, but I'm just going to let that frequency go because I don't want it in my life. And I'm going to let them also go. I mean, you don't have to let people go completely. What I mean is, you're going to let that thing go for now and you're just going to let it be. And you're going to replace it with compassion. You're going to replace it with a sense of grace. That's what grace is. It's rising above. It's rising above the thing that happened. It's not denying yourself, but it's rising. It's becoming bigger than the thing. It's becoming greater, that you are so filled with that sense of, I am capable, I'm bigger than this thing, that you can let it go and you can just, let it flow under the bridge and away. So that's what I'm seeing. And also with new beginnings, if you want new energy in your life and you want a new beginning, then it's so important to let go of all the things that are keeping you stuck in the past. And often we need to forgive certain things in other people. Maybe it's even in yourself, right? Sometimes we need to forgive ourselves. So go ahead and forgive yourself. You have this one life, okay? You have the opportunity to live the best way you can. Feel your emotions, feel your fears, and then just let them go. Let them go. So a brand new beginning. I feel like starting now. January was still a month filled with, and by the way, this is a timeless reading. I'm just referring to months, but don't worry about that. Just take the messages that come through whenever you come across this reading. Just take the messages. But I feel like January was still where we were letting go of a lot of baggage from the past. Does anyone else feel like that? Let me know in the comments if you felt like January was like, what is going on? Wah! You know, that kind of energy. So, all right, beautiful. We have forgiveness from the Sacred Destiny Oracle. Now let's get a card from this lovely, cute deck. I have the mini version. This is Angel Answers Pocket. Man, I'm glad I didn't get the big ones. I like this. I like this. This is really, really lovely. Yes, yes, yes. Yes. Okay, let's see. Let's see. What do the angels want to share with you? And while I get one of these cards out, you can have like an intention in your mind. You can have a question if you want in your mind, and let this card answer you. Okay, for whatever you have. Think of what it is, and let's see. This one wanted to come through. Wow, recovery, recovery. Who needs to recover? Who needs to heal? Who needs to feel like themselves again and just rest and recover? That's what the theme is, I think, of this reading. Whatever intensity you were involved in, or whatever it was that you need to forgive, or whatever it was, you're recovering now. That's what the angels are saying. You're recovering now. And what are angels? Angels are divine messages, divine thoughts. That's what Mrs. Eddy says in her book as well that angels are divine ideas, divine thoughts that come to you. We get fixated on it being a physical thing or a person it's just energy. It's beautiful energy that is being conveyed to you. It's saying recovery. And later on, I'll get a few more cards from this deck as well. But for the moment, I'm just going to put this here. And let's see what else is showing up. Okay. Now, which deck shall I use? Ooh. One more from the Sacred Destiny. What else have we got from this deck? Wow! Protection! Look at this beautiful tree. Like the lightning is striking down on it, but it is protected. It is untouched. Untouched. Wow. This is so powerful. Like, no matter what you've been through, just know that you are protected. And that even though you may have felt like the shudders of like that electricity, you can hear it, or you can like, do you know what I mean? It's like you're in a storm, you can hear the storm roaring all around you, but you are protected from it. You are protected from it. So, whatever storm you were in, understand that you were not in the storm. You were in the cocoon, being shielded by the storm that happened. No matter how it seems, you were shielded and you were protected. Oh my goodness. Wow. And you're recovering from the whatever the shock was, whatever it was that kind of shocked you or that threw you off or that like just derailed you. You felt like, whoa, what's going on? You just like, it was intense. Whatever this was, you are now recovering and you were protected. All right, my darlings, you were protected. Wow. Now, let me get a card from my Light Seers Tarot. Let's see what is showing up from this deck. I recently bought this deck and it's really pretty and vibrant and colorful, but I have to shuffle it like this because my hands are small, so I can't shuffle the whole deck at once. Okay. All right. Let's see what's showing up from this deck. Okie dokie. And like I said, keep that intention in your mind, whatever answers you need, or clarity you want from the divine. Just trust and know that the answers will come through for you today, because that's how the divine speaks to us. It can send one message and speak to a million hearts, or the whole world, the whole universe. So just keep your heart open for the messages to come through for you. I'm having my tea at the same time. Love my tea. Do you all drink tea? Okay, this one I wasn't ready, but it's come through. Let's just look at it. Oh my gosh, come on. This is the Four of Swords. And in this card, she's literally in a cocoon, like in a nest with her heart, on one side. It's in the nest and she's in a cocoon position. She's like in a fetal position, not cocoon position, a fetal position. And the Four of Swords, is a card of recovery. And it's literally saying recovery here, and this is saying recovery here. Four of Swords is finally hanging up your swords. Swords represent your thoughts, represent air energy. So maybe you were in this like storm of some kind, and now you are resting. Now you are feeling calm, feeling like, oh my gosh, I can just rest, and your muscles have relaxed and you're in a safe space. Just know that that's where you are. That's the energy, that's the frequency that's coming through, like recovery after a great storm, and you've been protected through it. And brand new beginnings, that's the theme right in the beginning. It says this is a new beginning for you. Okay, let's see what else from this beautiful deck. Okay, these two wanted to come through. Oh my gosh, the 10 of Cups. I love it. The 10 of Cups. We have death, and I love this death card in this deck. It's so inspiring because it's like this, um, hooded being, but instead of the face, there's this vista of light, of the sky, of trees. I mean, that gives you so much hope, and that is exactly what the death card is about. And in this deck, it says death and rebirth, because that's literally what it's about. I feel whoever is watching this, some of you have been through something extremely traumatic, like really, really difficult. It felt like death. Okay, maybe some of you even lost somebody. It's possible, and I'm so sorry if you have. But whatever your situation has been, I'm sorry you've been through this, because it's been very difficult, very challenging, very traumatic. But there is this incredible, view through into this death card that is full of hope, full of like, there's something wonderful and peaceful and enchanting right there, even though it seemed so terrible. And with that, you have the 10 of Cups. The 10 of Cups. The 10 of Cups is a card of, like I always say, it's like winning the lottery and happiness. Okay. Oh, sorry, this is the 6 of Cups. Well, I said the 10 of Cups. So there's the energy. It's showing up. But here's the 6 of Cups. Now, this 6 of Cups is a card of nostalgia. It's a card of uh the past. It's a card of your connections, of your childhood, or just, it's all about the past. That's the kind of energy I feel like for some of you. I mean, this is very specific. It could be about family, it could be about something, maybe losing a family member, or something to do with family. Maybe you got disconnected from them somehow, or something happened, that was difficult. Maybe collectively as a family, something happened to you all. But listen, you're recovering, whatever the situation is for you, whether it was your whole family, whether it was you separated from your family, whether you lost a family member, whether your sense of what home means to your family means to you was just like torn apart, or something like that may have happened. And look at this, the Queen of Cups. I didn't notice her. There she is. So you are finally feeling so emotionally stable. You're feeling, look at her. She just looks, in this deck, she just looks so calm. She looks like she's bathing in divine water and divine light. And that's what I'm seeing, a beautiful healing in your lives, a big, big healing where your nervous system feels calm, where you're just in a state of comfort, of you're in a state of safety and just well-being. All right, that's where you're headed to after this healing. And you're going to be very connected to your emotions. If you were feeling disturbed and disconnected from your emotions, or your emotions were so overwhelming and you just felt like all over the place or shocked with whatever happened around you in your life. And please take it as it resonates with you, because it'll resonate with you and all of you in different ways. So let me know how this spoke to you. So that's what I'm seeing. And I'm seeing you getting more centered in your divine nature, more connected to the psychic realm, because the Queen of Cups, she is that, it's the water element. So she is very much in tune with that watery world, which is the world of that unseen frequency, energy field, which we the more we open our hearts to it, the more we will see it and hear it. And the less we deny it, the more aligned we'll be in our lives, and the happier we'll be. Because sometimes logic does not give you the answer that your deep intuition, and I'm talking about from a place of being healed. Like if you are already disturbed and you're trying to listen to your intuition, you're trying to You might be getting messages that aren't your intuition. It could just be your fears, or it could be your anxiety. You'll know the difference when it is your intuition speaking to you, and sometimes people have a hard time figuring it out. If you don't know, that's okay. You'll come to it. But the more we meditate, the more we still our minds, the more we take a moment just to breathe, just breathe and just like stare at a tree for 10 minutes, or just like just space out for 10 minutes, or just like let your whole system just calm down, then we start feeling in tune with the rhythm of the universe, because we're not racing here and racing there in our minds, in our bodies, in our souls. We found that beautiful state where we are one with the rhythm of the universe, and we're moving and breathing with the rhythm of the universe. And you'll know when you're aligned. And when you align this way, then everything also starts falling into place. Everything also starts to just like synchronize and harmonize in your life. Okay, now let's see what else we have from this deck. Ooh, Eight of Swords. Eight of Swords, that's feeling trapped in your own mind. And then you have the Knight of Wands. Okay, this is beautiful. The Five of Pentacles to the look, 10 of Pentacles. This is so incredible. So you're going from an energy of feeling stuck, trapped in your own mind. That's the Eight of Swords. The Eight of Swords is about being trapped in your own mind. And you can't see a way out. You feel like there's no way out. But this card reminds you that you're more trapped in your own mind than in actuality. And here is of Wands, and I love that there's a girl here playing the drums, and she looks so full of her own energy. She looks so happy. She looks so vibrant and just full of joy, and that like spiciness. She's in her own spicy element. And the Knight of Wands, wands are fire energy. So you're going from swords, the air energy, where you're all up in your head and you're just like, oh my gosh, all the worst fears, all the worst thoughts, all the worst things are just going on in your head and circling round and round. Like, look at this. These are they're the crows or ravens circling round and round and round. And they represent the dark thoughts that we have, and those dark thoughts can really keep us trapped and put us in an energy field and in a frequency that is so debilitating. You feel paralyzed by your fears. You feel paralyzed by your like sense of, feeling like, oh my gosh, I'm stuck, or overthinking things. Well, the Knight of Wands shows that you're finally setting yourself free, and you're going wild. You're letting your wild spirit free. You see that horse in the background? He's got his two front legs up and he is like prancing. He is full of energy and full of that divine nature. And that's your divine nature. You are wild and free. You are not a limited human being in a limited world with limited rules and limited thinking and limited laws. And you are not that. You are a free spirit. That's what we all are. I mean, it's only people who have come into this world and said, drawn lines on the earth. The earth belongs to every human, right? And so does your own being belong to you. You are free. Do not subscribe to thoughts and ideas that are going to trap you. Do not become convinced by all that the world or whoever, like those few people who want you to believe the lie, which is that you're a limited being in a limited world. You need to actively deny that, actively hold on to your beautiful, incredible, magical being. We are divine. We are divine. And the more we understand that, the more we practice that, and the more we do what all the ancient teachers from God knows when, from every religion, from every walk of life has been telling us, the more we connect with that ancient wisdom, which is true intelligence, then we see that in our lives. We see miracles, because miracles aren't they aren't actually something that is like, oh, one off. It's actually who we are. That's the state of our being. We are miraculous beings, but we have been, thrown a veil through which we can't see ourselves. You need to shift the veil and look through into who you are. And look at this, the Five of Pentacles is lack mentality, or it's like feeling left out in the cold. It's a card of rejection. Some of you have been all alone. Some of you have felt rejected by society. Some of you have felt isolated. Some of you have felt like you just don't fit in anywhere, or you're just meant to spend your life all by yourself. And I think today, more and more in this world, people are finding themselves in a space where they don't know who to reach out to, and they're just by themselves, managing life, handling life, trying to figure it out, and falling apart at the seams. Maybe you felt like that. Maybe you felt lost. Maybe you felt like, can somebody help me? Can somebody be there for me? I'm tired of doing all of this by myself. Can someone give me a hand? And maybe you feel like giving up. You feel like, oh, I don't know, it doesn't feel like it's worth it. But look at this card. There are all the beautiful pentacles on this door with this. You can see that there's, a keyhole there, and all you have to do, and there's a huge key as well. There's a huge key by the door, and it's asking you to get out of this rejection mentality, where you always feel like you're excluded, or you feel like you're not a part of everything. It's right there for you, but you need to look up. You need to look at the opportunity in front of you, and you need to stop telling yourself that you're not a part of this world. You have to start understanding that you are capable of opening the portal into the life that you want, because right after the Five of Pentacles, it's a Ten of Pentacles. When you open that door, you step into your legacy. You step into your ancestry. You step into that place where you belong, like you belong here. And it's a portal, maybe where you are at the moment mentally is not allowing you to have the experiences that the Ten of Pentacles represent. You see, look at this. The Ten of Pentacles is joy, is family, is ultimate wealth, is it's such a beautiful card. It's also about your ancestors. It's about your who you are and what kind of legacy you're going to leave in this world. That is the Ten of Pentacles, and it's the ultimate card. It's the tree of life. Okay, it is the tree of life, and that's what I'm seeing. It's time to step out of that space where you feel like you don't belong in your mind, first of all, and open the door into your legacy, into this warmth that is just waiting for you to just step into it. Open the door and step in, okay? Because yes, you are worthy of that. Yes, you do belong. And yes, you are a lovable, beautiful being, no matter what you're like. And nobody's perfect. Nobody's perfect. Stop allowing people's opinions of you to define you. You've got to love you from the bottom to the top, to inside out. Just love the heck out of yourself to the point where there's no room for anything else. There's no room for doubt. There's no room for like self criticism. There's no room for self hate or putting yourself down. You're just so filled with the abundance of your own spirit and the acceptance of your being, just as you are, that you feel worthy then to step into this Ten of Pentacles, is where you've always belonged. You just didn't know it. You just didn't realize it. It's time to realize it, my darlings. And in the physical sense, if you've been struggling financially as well, if you've been in a place where you haven't had enough money, or you've just been like, how am I going to have a roof over my head? I'm struggling to pay the bills, I'm struggling to um, just survive. Like, this could also be about that. It could be like you lost something, you lost a home maybe, or you lost something that gave you a sense of stability, or you've been struggling with this for many years. And maybe the one thing that you had which kept you secure is now gone. I mean, there are so many things coming to me, so many different scenarios. You'll know which one relates to you. And um and so you've begun to believe that maybe life doesn't have a good story for me. Maybe this is my fate. Maybe this is how I'm supposed to live, in poverty, in rejection, in fear, in anxiety, or in like a state that is not optimal. But that's not the truth. That is absolutely not the truth for you. I am saying it to you, and I want you to claim this for yourself. That is not the truth for you. You are here to thrive. You are here not just to survive, you're here to blossom into that incredible being that you are. And you are here to leave a legacy. Whatever your legacy is, you are here to do that with the 10 of Pentacles, nothing less. Don't think small, think big. I always say this, and I remind myself as well when I'm feeling like this. I remind myself, no, you are not here to play small. You are not here to believe the lies. You are here to rise. You are here to just, explode your being, to be just out shining and just like a firecracker. Just be a firecracker. You know that song by Katy Perry? I'm a firework. And that's what you are. You're here to light up the world. You're a firework, nothing less. Okay. All right. Let me see. Now, you know what? Okay. Maybe I'll get one more card from the Light Seers deck. And let's see what else. Let's see which deck next. Okay. What else have we got? Eight of Pentacles to the Queen of Pentacles. Love it, love it, love it. And yeah, I forgot to say, so with the Five of Pentacles to the 10 of Pentacles, those of you who have been struggling, that's literally going from poverty to like winning the lottery, to having so much abundance that you never have to think for generations to come. All right. I want you to claim this energy for yourself. I don't want you to think, oh, but that's only for some. No, it's for you. I always say, if it's possible for them, it's possible for me. It's as simple as that. Energy doesn't know the difference. It just doesn't know the difference. You claim it for yourself, know it's possible. It doesn't have to be a set formula. Okay. You see some of, like, look around you, see some people who have wealth beyond measure. I'm not going to name names because I bless them. I bless everybody who's abundant in this world. And you're like, it literally came out of thin air for them, literally came out of thin air, and it can come for you as well. Okay. Not to say that you don't put in effort, not to say that you don't do your bit. Of course, you do all of that, but also, just if you elevate your frequency, if you reach that level where you are like, whoa, 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 I'm vibrating at this abundance frequency, and abundance not coming from outside of you, the abundance coming from inside of you, like, oh, whoa, 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 I have so much abundance going on within me. It's just, that's who you are. You're just radiating abundance of allness, oneness, um beingness. Just, it's so powerful, it's so attractive, that you're naturally now in the abundance frequency, not wanting it but being it. You are it. And when you are it, then you are it. It's so simple. It's so simple. You are it. That's it. Okay. Now look, we have the Eight of Pentacles. which is starting from the ground up. Some of you have had to start from the ground up. I'm telling you, some of you lost a lot, or you haven't, like, you've just been trying to start from the ground up and you haven't been able to make it. Okay, some of you, maybe you've been trying so hard to do your business or to grow your business or whatever it is, or some of you maybe very specifically trying to have children or something like that. I do see, after all your effort, okay, of building and building and building, there's a Queen of Pentacles. Look at her holding that huge coin in her hands. And that is the fruit of all that you have put in your life, and having the courage to build. You know, building doesn't always mean that you're not going to have obstructions, or you're not going to have delays, or you're not going to have challenges, or you're not going to encounter things that are difficult. That doesn't mean, building doesn't mean that. Building means that you're going to build it. No matter what happens, you're going to build it. You're going to keep building it. You're going to keep on keeping on. And when you do that, when you don't give up, and listen, a lot of people equate wealth with external things. Of course, we all love to have enough money. I love money. I love money. Money is a beautiful thing, okay, according to me. It's a beautiful thing. It's a frequency, it's an energy field, and it's a limitless thing, actually. So when we, what was I saying? With the Queen of Pentacles, you are, yes, that's what I was saying. I was trying to say that your worth is not, your wealth is not in just money, money, money. When I have money, then I'll be happy. When I, it's a, that's an illusion. Money is just a frequency. Okay, of course we need enough money to have a roof over our heads, to eat, to lead a decent life. Of course we do, but it's a frequency. And it is, your wealth is not dependent on money. You see, like, when I grew up, let me tell you, we went through a lot of challenges. Okay, when my father left, when I was 8 years old, we really had to, my mom was a single parent. She had to do so many things to get herself together. And how was she going to manage the finances? How was she going to take care of her children? How was she going to send them to school? It was big. But let me tell you how we grew up. We grew up with wealth that was not based in money. We did not grow up in wealth that was based in having to exchange money for things or money for better experiences. We grew up in literally manifesting it all by knowing the truth that we are divinely fed, we are divinely clothed, we are divinely protected, and we are divinely um, abundant beings. And miracle upon miracle upon miracle took place. Okay, things that we needed just showed up and appeared out of thin air, and every day we would see a new miracle. And that was wealth. It was not based in people. Just, I mean, people did the craziest things. They just gave us the keys to their apartment and said, go ahead, you'll live here, you live there. And it was just such a beautiful manifestation of all the things that showed up without us actually doing anything with money. Okay, so understand that it's a frequency. Abundance is not rooted in just money, it is the frequency of the universe, and it can come to you in ways that you can never think of, that you can never imagine, that you can never dream of. You cannot even concoct that, how it's going to happen for you. It's going to happen. So, having said that, whoever is building, has been doing things from the ground up, you are now the Queen of Pentacles, holding that wealth in your hands, but understanding that you are the wealth, understanding that your wealth is not rooted in, oh, I must make money, I must make money, I must make money. Your wealth is beyond that. You are it. You are the abundance that you seek. Okay. When we put ourselves in that frame of mind, I know without a shadow of a doubt that you will see it in your life. You will see it in your life. Okay. Oh, this card just wanted to pop out. Oh my gosh, look at this. It says, don't stop. This is the angel deck. It says, don't stop. This is it. You don't give up. You don't give up. You keep going. You keep going. Keep going. And your wealth is built in who you become, who you are as a human being. And through that, you know, all that you achieve, all that you acquire. So don't stop. Anyone feeling like, oh my gosh, I can't anymore, I'm tired. Well, my lovely, you've got this, okay? You may be tired now. Take a little break, rest, take it easy, and get up again. Get up, because this life has been given to you. Look at it as a gift, not as like a burden. Look at your life as a gift. And when you shift from looking at your life as a burden to a gift, then you start thinking, how am I going to use this gift of life while I'm here? How am I going to be the gift that I was meant to be? And when you start thinking along those lines, your frequency changes, because you've gone from a poverty consciousness, which is, how do I get, how do I get, how do I get, to who am I? And I am a gift already. And how do I give? And how do I give? How do I give? How do I be the being of abundance, the gift that is within me in this world, in this lifetime? Okay. All right. Now, what we're going to do is we are going to do pick a card, and I want you to pick card 1, 2, or 3. So let's see what shows up. Let's see what shows up. I'm just thinking, which deck should I use for this one? I'm going to use my Everyday Witch Tarot for this. Okay. So ready? My lovelies, I want you to pick a card. Pick card. Oh, okay. I'm going to use the Psychic Tarot as well, Oracle Tarot. So, all right, pick card 1, 2, or 3. And I'm going to get 2 cards for. Oh, whoa. 2 cards for. I guess it's pick group 1, 2, or 3, and that'll be your message. Okay, I haven't used this deck in a long time. The Psychic Oracle deck, the Psychic Tarot. All right, so ready, everybody? 1, 2, or 3. Keep your question or whatever you want in your mind, and this will be your message. So group 1, what do we have? Group 1. You shuffle this deck, and in the meantime, just focus on whatever you want an answer for in your life. Group 1, what have we got? Okay. Ooh, we have the Queen of Wands. Beautiful. The Queen of Wands. Okay. I'm going to get a card from this deck as well. The Psychic Oracle deck. Let's see. All right. What do we have from this deck? Oh, okay. Fertility. Wow. Wow. So something really powerful is going on here. Something really powerful is forming in your life. You know, this is the Empress, fertility. She is creating something in a womb, and she's also the bringer of the harvest. And with the Queen of Wands here, you know, the Queen of Wands is that businesswoman. She's that entrepreneur. entrepreneur. She is full of fire and energy. So there's something really powerful brewing in your life. Something incredible is unfolding. You are creating some sort of magic, and the universe is creating something so profound for you. You are going to be blown away by what this is. It's coming, okay? If you asked about something, this is your answer. It's coming with the Queen of Wands, something incredible. Something, your harvest is here. And I feel it's beyond just like the physical realm. It is, it's a shift in your life. It's like a major, profound shift where you shift into another, like, I feel like you finally step into the life that you were meant to live. You step into the life that you were meant to live, like full of abundance, full of this light, full of success, full of health, full of, and for some of you very specifically, I'm getting your health is going to improve in a big way, and your fertility. If you've had troubles with fertility, or you've had troubles, in your womb area, or anything to do with that, I do see healing that's happening here for you, okay? And it's so powerful. Oh my gosh, you are just going to shine. This is very profound. I just feel it. The energy is so incredible for you. Oh my gosh, I am so excited for you all. Okay, so that was group 1. Let's do group 2. What do we have? The 9 of Swords. Okay, that's like a lot of sleepless nights. Maybe you've had a lot of anxiety, you can't sleep, too many like fears going on in your head, and yeah, that's filled with fear. Okay, that's that state that you're worried about something, deeply worried. Oh my gosh, and look at what you have. You have the 6 of Pentacles. Look at this, look at this. You're going from a place of fears and worries and sleepless nights to, it says, material and spiritual prosperity. Wow, 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 wow. Such positive messages. I love them. Oh my goodness. You're going, and some of you have been stuck in your room for a while. Like maybe you've been stuck in your room, or you've just been like isolating a lot, and you've just been trying to study. I see a lot of books around her, trying to figure things out, trying to also, you maybe trying to figure out, how am I going to be successful in this world? Like, how do I do a business, or how do I like make more money? How do I get financially stable? Well, listen, whatever you've been putting your mind to, whatever you've been thinking of, whatever you've been working on, look at that bird. I see that hope there with the sun. Can you see? There's the there's that beautiful valley there with the bird. I feel like that's a messenger, saying, don't worry, my darling. Look out the window. There's sun. The sun is rising in your life. And literally can you see? There's a sun there. Oh my God, I just noticed. Look at that. You're going to see the full rising of the sun in your life. And you're going to be standing like this person, looking over their whatever beautiful gardens, looking over the fountains, or you've just gone on like the most luxurious vacation, or whatever it is. You're going from a period of great mental strain, about a lot of things, to a period of freedom and abundance, and just uh, a sense of expansion in your life. Okay, wow. And also for a lot of you, I'm seeing your business, your ideas that you've been like just not sleeping all night thinking about, or doing something about, or whatever. You're going to see success in that. You're going to see success in that. Okay, that is for group 2. Okay, now group 3, what have we got? Let's see. This one kind of, okay, now I'll shuffle. What is it? Okay, group 3. 1 second, that's too many. Group 3, what do we have? Whoa, the Wheel of Fortune. Oh my gosh, I love it. The Wheel of Fortune is luck on your side. Okay, look at all the lovely things in this wheel. There's a heart, there's a house, there's a ring, there's what else have we got? Angel wings, we've got a book, there's a pot of something brewing there. So things are changing, things are turning in your favor. Those of you who picked group 3, this is literally, it's luck on your side. And let's see what we have from this deck. Patience. Wow, look at that. All your patience is paying off. You see how that seed has now grown and blossomed into a flower, and here it's saying the Wheel of Fortune. So things are turning in your favor. You're finally going to see that that seed is finally blossoming. You're finally, after all the patience you've put into your life, you had to be infinitely patient, okay? You really have had to wait for things in your life. And now, look at it. There it is. There it is. I think very similar. All the 3 options were very similar. And I think it's in line and in tune with this whole reading, which is that, oh my gosh, things are turning around for you in your life. There are new beginnings for you in your life. You're going from a period of great darkness or fear, or a like having worked so hard and wondering if you'll ever make it, or living alone, or feeling a sense of poverty or rejection or fear, whatever. And it's been like that for you, but now, oof, it's a new beginning. That is dying, that is over. Death, it's over, that is finished, okay? That phase is coming to an end. And wow, 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 I love this. I love this for all of you, my darlings. Isn't it, isn't it beautiful? Isn't it amazing? And now let me just pick these cards back up. And I just love this reading. And let me know what you all thought, my lovelies. I love to hear your comments. Let me know, what did you pick? Which group did you pick? Let me know, and how did it resonate with you? And I'm just so grateful for all of you, that you're here. I'm so happy that I get to share these readings with you. And if you enjoyed this and it spoke to you, do share it with other people who need this message, who will benefit from this message. Share it with them as well. And let me know how it spoke to you. Okay. All right, with that, I'm going to end this reading. And whoever's here, I want to hear from you. And let me know your thoughts. What's been going on with all of you? All my love and blessings. This reading has been amazing. Oh, so thankful for your beautiful mind. Thank you, my darling. Thank you so much for that. Thank you. I'm going to take a screenshot of that because I love that. Yeah, I'm so grateful. I felt the surge of energy. I felt like I want to be here and I want to talk to you all, and I want to share what the messages are the messages coming through for everybody. And who's here? Who's watching? Let's hear it. Let's hear who's here and how's your life been so far? How has January been for you so far? And what shift have you had listening to this? Have you had a shift? Do you feel differently now? Do you feel like your mind has been shifted in a different direction? Because that's the aim, to shift the paradigms, to elevate, to move to a better and different frequency, in our lives. Because it's up to us to remind ourselves and to align with the frequency that is peace, that is love. Because it's so easy to do the opposite, isn't it? It's so easy to do the opposite. And really, really deciding how you're going to approach anything in your life, right? Approach is such an important thing. um, I'll give you an example. Today I decided, with some people, People come and do like work and this and that. And some people can be difficult, some people can be challenging or whatever. I decided I'm just going to see them all as my children, you know. And then the way I handled them and I spoke to them changed, because if they're my children, this is how I'm going to speak to them. I'm not going to talk to them as just some people who come and do some jobs in my house. I'm going to talk to them like they're my children. And it made all the difference because my approach was different as well. So pay attention to how you're approaching situations, things, people. What is your approach? Have a strong intention in your mind as to how you're approaching it, whoever it is. Like, are you going with a sense of aggression, or you're going with a sense of anger or frustration, or you can choose to go with a sense of like I did, that these are my children, or you can go, with a sense of these are all innocent beings, and in their souls they are children, or they are the ideas of divine mind. And when you shift the way you're looking at them, as they say in quantum physics, then the thing you're looking at changes. And I can't tell you how many times I've seen this. This has happened infinite times when I've had a problem with somebody, but I've shifted the way I'm looking at them, no longer looking at them from the lens of anger or upset or whatever, frustration. And I've decided to see them as divine lights, as divine beings. And then they have behaved accordingly, because we all get to shine the version of the thing, the situation, the person that we want to see. And our ego doesn't want that. Our ego wants us to stay stuck in fear, in anger, in you know these negative low frequencies. But when we understand that we are more powerful than that, then we don't have to stay there. We can lift ourselves out of that. You really like the new deck, the one with the right path? Yes, wasn't it lovely? Cool approach. Like, the perspective is everything. Absolutely. It really is. You've got to remind yourself, how you're going to tackle the situation. And if you find you're doing something a certain way and it just fails you every time, then maybe it's time to try a different approach, maybe try a different way to navigate through that situation that you've been dealing with. Maybe, like, most people, I feel, are dealing with a situation for so many years, and they do the same thing over and over again and encounter the same thing over and over again. So maybe it's time to think of how you're going to approach this now. Are you going to be, whatever it is? You can give me examples about your life. Like, what is the one challenge you find? What is the thing you find continuously challenging, and it just overwhelms you and takes over your being at that moment? And how you're going to approach it differently. And it takes practice. It doesn't happen overnight, but when we choose a different response, we become conscious and choose a different response, then it starts becoming more and more like our nature. It's all about nature versus nurture. We're all born with a certain way of being. And I'm not saying it's easy to just change yourself, but at least we can help our own selves by trying a different strategy. Why not? Look at these. These just popped out. Inner peace and fulfillment. Love, love, love. Inner peace. Oh, isn't that all we want? Inner peace. Just want some peace and fulfillment. Like Wayne Dyer used to say, ask yourself what will give you peace and then do that thing. If something is not giving you peace, then just like I say, disengage from that energy. Stop entertaining it. Stop giving it space and room in your mind, in your life. And shift your focus, shift your field, shift, like, open another window, which is better, and stop looking at the garbage. Inner peace is exactly what you are talking about. Yeah. meeting the situations in other ways to create inner peace. Exactly, exactly. Because when you go with that intention, I'm not saying every time you go with an intention, like if your normal response to that particular situation is anger, frustration, or like losing control, you may go with this intention, I'm just going to be peaceful and I'm just going to like do this calmly, and you find yourself exploding. If that happens, give yourself a break. Say, okay, it didn't work this time, I'm going to next time. And be aware of the triggers. Before you go, check what are the triggers that get me going in that type of situation, and then examine your triggers and speak to them and say, you know what, we don't need to go into fight or flight mode. We don't need to destroy the enemy or whatever perceived danger. We can be a little more um, calm. We can more than anything, you don't want to go into that state. You don't want your nervous system to go into that state. So it's helping you and guiding you in a direction which is going to keep you feeling better and happier. So definitely try this out and become aware of when you find your trigger rising, when you start feeling a certain way, that same feeling. You can just breathe into it, and you can just remind yourself that you don't want to be in that state. Just remind yourself, do I want to go down this path? Do I want to unravel like this? No, I don't want to. Or do I want to be a coward? I mean, it's a balance, right? Sometimes some people are not good at speaking up. All right. Some people it's the opposite. They just can't speak up, and they keep it inside, you know. If somebody's mean to them, or somebody's rude to them, or somebody's like um doing something that's completely inappropriate, they kind of keep it inside and they don't say anything. A lot of people find it hard to speak up. In that situation, when you find your spirit is feeling crushed and feeling like you feel like burying yourself in the ground when somebody's behaving in a way and you're not telling them, give yourself, muster up the courage. If it's worth your while, okay, choose your situations wisely. Like if it's not worth engaging like with that person, and you don't see them in your future anyway, like they're not a part of your life anyway, and it's a temporary thing, you could just walk away. But if it's somebody you deal with on a daily basis, you really love them, and they matter to you in your life, and they continue to behave in a certain way which is very hurtful, very painful, and you just can't tell them, then that's a problem, right? For you, because you're just crushing your own spirit. So every time, visualize how you're going to bring it up to them in a calm and peaceful manner, and just express that this hurts my feelings, this hurts my heart, this hurts me. So please, can you not do it like that? Sometimes people who can't speak up, all of a sudden they explode, and all of a sudden a person you've had in your life, your whole life, is so shocked because you've never told them. You've never ever actually told them about this behavior, or that this upset them, or that whatever, or they'll just suddenly cut you off. Like if a person isn't able to express their feelings, suddenly they'll reach their limit and they will just cut you off like you didn't exist. But instead of doing that, practice maybe saying something, you know practice just expressing your feelings. Or if you can't at that moment, and you can't, sometimes people get dumbfounded at that moment and they don't know how to react, you can write them a letter and say, hey, this really hurt me, can you try and do it differently? Like, because that person themselves has no awareness that they're doing it, right? Oftentimes people aren't aware when they're hurting people that they love as well. They don't want to hurt you. So then find a way to express yourself without destroying the relationship yourself, and then just like cutting it off altogether. If it's worth holding on to, if this person is toxic and they're just constantly putting you down and they're not good for you, then you know the answer. Then you don't need them in your life. You really don't need them in your life. Okay. Wow, that was a lot, a lot. We've been going for one 1 hour and 10 minutes. But I just don't want to leave you all today. I mean, I just feel like chatting and chatting and chatting. So so yeah, so what are you all thinking about your future? Do you have any ideas? Do you have any um goals? Do you have any aspirations? What would you like to, what kind of life would you like to live, you know? What kind of life would you like to live? I'd love to hear from all of you. What about the new deck? You want to know which deck it is? This is the deck. It's called the Light Seers Tarot. I ordered this one on Amazon, so very easy to get. And I love it, is, isn't it? It's a beautiful deck and it's so vibrant. It's so interesting and different from all the other decks that I've used. And yeah, yes, about life and about your goals. It's so important to write down, like, where are you going? Like, where are you going in your life, you know? And then start acting accordingly, start walking in that direction. Yeah, you've been wondering about where you're going, about your life path, and wondering about the past. Yeah. um have some sort of goal, have some sort of goal as to where you're going, and start putting your effort in that direction. And I'm not saying, sometimes it's, you know, it's confusing. Sometimes you're trying to figure out your finances, sometimes you want to do something, but there are, you know, there are things that are not all that straightforward. What is my goal? What is my goal? I think my goal has been for the longest time just to come to a place where all that I have is peace. That is my only response, a peaceful response. That is my goal, my life goal. Just be, the only response is peace. I mean, I know why I am the way I am, and I'm very grateful for the way I am, because it's been my strength. I have the strength to speak up when it's required. I have the strength to you know, not be afraid of whoever may be in front of me, and not cow down or cower when it seems like a huge giant in front of me. I'm not afraid. So that I love about myself, and I'm so grateful that I have that quality. But at the same time, I want to master doing things in a way that are also less uh how do I put it, that are less combative, you know, because sometimes you've got to fight. And I don't want to fight anymore. I just want to be peaceful and at peace. So that's my goal. And of course, my goal is to spread as much light and love as I can, help as many people as I can in this world, reach as many people as I can, because I know I came here for that. I mean, I've known that's been my purpose from the time I opened my eyes into this world, that I am here to uplift and heal and help as many souls as I can. And nothing gives me greater joy. Nothing makes me happier. And for me to evolve into the highest version of myself. And that version of myself is, like I said, the only response is peace. So I've got a lot of work. A lot of work to do. What is your goal and what do you want to create? It sounds like a good plan. What is your strategy for that? It was a good example with the workers at your house. Yes, really good. Do you have any more strategies that you will try to create the peace? Well, you know, the thing that helps me to be more peaceful is like what I said, when I start to identify with the grace in me, you know, just identify how you identify yourself is so important. I mean, this is just literally coming to me right now. This is divine wisdom coming through me, which is, how do you identify yourself? We all have a very strong sense of identity in terms of like, oh, I'm aggressive, oh, I'm passive, oh, I'm an adventurer, oh, I am an intellectual, or oh, I'm, you know, we identify ourselves so strongly into a way of being that we've now conditioned our minds to believe that that's who we are. And so your identity, it's so important to realign how you identify within yourself. Are you so stuck on that old story that you've had for so long, which is, oh, I'm like this, I'm like, I'm too shy, or I can't speak up, or whatever it is that is your thing that keeps you from being the best version of yourself in this world? How about re-identifying who you are in this world? You know, rewriting that old script, which is now it's done. It's like it's wearing you out. It's finished. You're like dragging with that old script. It's time to re identify who you are in this world and start aligning with that identification. So if you're going to identify as a peaceful person and you're not a peaceful person, then you need to start acting in ways that are peaceful when you find yourself going back to the old script. And where does that old script come from? It comes from, you know, one, the experiences you've had. So maybe you've had to be a certain way to survive in this world, or you've been handed it down for generations and you've been told this is who you are, this is how you have to be, this is how you have to behave, this is your role, your duty, your position in life, and accept it and just live by it. Okay, there are many ways as to why we acquire the identities that we do. So examining that is so important and saying, how do I identify? And then navigating your life in the direction of the identification. This, believe me, this is a revelation to me today as well. And I'm going to do this for myself, which is I'm going to start identifying with a new version of me, the version of me that I want to be, that I know I can be, that I know is there for me. But I have just been so stuck in my old story and I'm sick of it. I'm sick of my old story. Aren't you sick of your old story? Like, isn't it so boring now? Isn't it just so ridiculous now? You're like, oh my gosh, how many times am I going to do this freaking story over and over again? How many times am I going to come to the same place over and over and over again? I'm going to now identify with that part of myself that I know is beautiful, is amazing, is full of grace, is balanced, is powerful, is um, capable of everything, is infinite, is just here is a blank slate to be and do whatever I want in this world. And that's how I'm going to identify. So maybe write down, like, what is your identity? What is your old identity, the one you don't want anymore? Or, you know, the parts of it that you don't want anymore, the parts of it that you love, you keep, the parts of it that you don't love, you start shifting that identity to, if I'm a fearful person, I'm going to be, or I am a courageous person. If I'm a shy person, I'm going to come out of my shell a bit, and I'm going to learn to express myself or talk to myself. Or if I'm an insecure person, I'm a confident person. You know, if you feel insecure, or if you have social anxiety, you can just decide to choose a different identity. And some people might be like, you can't just choose a different identity. Sorry, I disagree. Yes, you can. Yeah, I've realized today, just by this revelation that's come to me, and thank you for asking the question, that, yeah, I don't need to identify with my old self anymore. I want to identify with the new version of me. And there is this meditation that I have, which I will share with you all. I do it um, for my intentional um, workshop, and I do it with my group. But it's basically about seeing yourself. Like you can see yourself maybe a few years from now or a year from now. You just see where you are. Like, see how you're looking, see what you're doing, and you're seeing the version of you that you want to be, okay? The version of you that identity that you want to be, and you're seeing that person, and they are in that space being what you want to be. So I want you to see that version of yourself, and maybe just take a message or two from them and let them speak to you, and take that back into the present, and then implement it in this moment, implement it here and now. And that's when you take on that new identity, you know yes, yes, yes. Yes. And also the other way, meditate from being in the future and talking to yourself as your older self. Absolutely. Let that version of you speak to you now. Exactly. And see what they want to say, and what, like, maybe you can also go and look at yourself in the future and ask them questions like, what should I do now? How do I be you? How do I be you? Please help me. Please guide me. And I will do a meditation on this one where you're just like asking that version of yourself to guide you now, to be that, what actions, what would you do differently now to be that version of yourself, that new identity? Like, if you've been procrastinating, maybe you won't anymore. Or if you've been very fearful to take that risk or that chance, you might go and take that risk or that chance. Or if you've been taking too many risks and chances which are not good for you, you're going to curb that and not do it. Or if there's certain behaviors you've been engaging in which are not leading you onto that path to meet with yourself, the version of yourself that identity that you are now identifying with, then you're not going to do those behaviors anymore. You're going to check yourself and say, hey, is this going to lead me to path, me, myself, the new identity, or is this going to lead me to that backwards, to the path of me that has been and I don't want to be anymore? So, yeah, it's a beautiful way to shift your paradigm. Another thing is so important is, what is your paradigm of this world? Examine that. Like, is your paradigm, I'm an abundant being and I deserve all good things? Or is your paradigm, I'm just here to like struggle and suffer? You're not here to struggle and suffer. You are here to express your beautiful soul and be a glorious being. So it's choose the other thing. Okay. And I'm not saying life is like just going to always just be perfect the way you want it to be. No, it's not. Another I wish they taught this in school, that life is acceptance. There's a balance between doing and accepting. You put in your full effort to whatever it is that you want, but you also have the grace to accept when it doesn't go your way. If you learn anything in life, learn this: it will hold you in good stead, and you will not break down, and you will not like, this is the middle path. That's what Buddha talks about, right? It's the middle path. Stay in the middle. Don't allow anything to destroy you. So have that sense of acceptance, of the grace to accept the good that comes, the grace to accept the difficult, challenging times that come as well. And the more you can stay in that grace and the state of acceptance, that I may not like this, but I'm going to have the grace to accept it. And when just by doing that, you then give great gratitude for whatever you have right now and however it is right now, and that no matter what has happened, you are in the center of your being uh, being stable, being equanimous in your being, rather than just falling apart and just like going crazy. Oh gosh, this happened. For the first 20 whatever years of your life before you know this, everything is a big deal. It's like, why did this happen? Why did this work out? Why did you just keep asking why? But the more you can just say, okay, it happened, I am going to do my level best on whatever I can to change it or to improve it or to keep going forward, even though this didn't work out. Then you remain sane and you remain on the path. You don't go jump off the cliff where you break apart and then you have to find your way back up. So that's the difference between acceptance and complete and total rejection as to what is happening in your life. And when you open yourself up in that graceful way, then it's incredible how much we can endure and how much better our life gets, because we are now not just stuck in what happened. We have moved forward already. We don't waste time. We accept it and move forward. So you fall, you get up. You don't just stay down there crying for years on end. This happened to me and it's terrible. Yes, it may be so terrible. It may be the worst thing ever. But unless you have that vision in front of you, which is, I'm not going to let this crush me and finish me off. I'm going to rise and I'm going to get up and I'm going to do all that I can and all that this life, this gift is giving me. I'm going to get up and I'm going to do it. And I'm not assuming I understand everybody's pain. I cannot begin to, because there are circumstances that are so beyond devastating and difficult and unimaginable to me. But I know for sure that no matter what situation you're in, if you have a glimmer of hope, if you have a glimmer of faith in your life, in yourself, and you have the grace to accept things in the moment, yet knowing that you're moving forward, then you can mostly deal with things in your life, right? You can, however painful, however challenging. And like I said, I cannot begin in humility. I apologize to anybody who's going through something that is unbelievable, that you cannot even begin to imagine. And I do not, I in humility bow to you, and I don't know about that. And everybody does the best they can. But for whoever's listening, if this helps you, that's my intention, that you can rise, you can accept, and you can move forward. Just keep moving forward. Okay? Yeah, that's what came through. Since you got, yeah, right? Since you thought like that, things got so much easier. You find that place of grace. Find that place of grace. It rhymes. Find that place of grace. We all need a lot of grace in the world we're living in, my darlings, don't we? My gosh, if there's any time to practice this, it's now, because it's at every turn you have an opportunity to practice that grace. And sometimes it can be hard, but listen, we've got to do what we can do, and that's all we can do, really. And those are my messages for all of you beautiful people today. I hope you enjoyed it, and I hope you got something valuable from it. I know I did. I love this new message that I've gotten for all of us, which is choose your identity. Choose your identity. Who are you going to be? Who are you going to identify with as your own self? Dropping the identity that you've carried for all this time, which you're done with, and acquiring a new identity, the one that you know your soul aligns with, you know that's the trajectory that you want for your life, and being that version step by step, curbing your old patterns to align with this new identity that you have set within yourself and said, this is my identity. I'm a limitless being, I'm a capable, beautiful being, and I have so much to give in this world. How may I serve? What is my gift? What do I have to offer? And that gift always gives back, my darlings. So don't think in terms of how do I get things. Think in terms of the gift that I am. How do I express that gift within me? Because we all have a gift. And just you as you are is a gift. Your unique being, your unique self, who you are, that's a gift to this world, because nobody else is going to be you in this world. And you're here for a limited amount of time. Please share that gift with the world, and don't hide under expectations. Don't hide your beautiful being to fit into, I always say this, to fit into some imaginary box. Oh, just shatter it. That is not who you are. Be who you are. Be the beautiful person you are. And if you know you are a dangerous person, or you are mentally unstable, or you are delusional at the moment, or whatever it is, work towards having a healthy mind, because we all go through different things in our lives, mentally. Mental health, I wish it was talked about more. I don't want you to be ashamed if you are struggling mentally, if you feel like you're going to lose your mind, if you feel like you're slipping mentally, or you feel like you're going crazy, or you're hearing voices, or you're, I don't know, there's so many, or you're beginning to feel like everyone's plotting against you, or whatever it is. Bring yourself back to the center of your being. You can. You can. I know you can. Okay? You can chant. Om is such a powerful mantra. It is a frequency. Sound is healing. I mean, why people who, are sages have been saying this for centuries. That's why we have mantras. That's why we have all these things. Today, scientifically, it's always far later that science figures out what our sages have known forever, that sound frequencies, they heal. They have the power to heal. So align yourself with that frequency. Chant Om. It has been one of the most powerful frequencies. To me, it is the ultimate mantra. And when you chant Om, it aligns you with the universe. And no matter what you're going through mentally, you can start to feel differently. You can start to change. You can start to harmonize with your being. And, like I tell a lot of my clients, I want you to check out, is it your hormones? I want you to check out if it's a supplement you need. Sometimes you need a vitamin. Sometimes, I mean, if you're PMSing, and I want to say this to everybody, it shocks me how many people don't know this. I am not a doctor. Check with your doctor. But if you have severe PMS, like you go into rages, you get upset, you're very irritable, you're very angry, primrose oil, evening primrose oil, 15 days before your period starts, you take it. Okay, I want to broadcast this to as many people as I can, because it was life altering for me, and it brought my PMS symptoms down by 90%. Okay, I no longer felt that crazy, you just want to fight with everybody all the time. All of you women, all of you lovely ladies out there know what I'm talking about. So if it's extreme, try this out, but of course always check with your doctor. But it is, oh, I can't tell you how it changed my life. All right. uh I love this too. There is nothing stopping us with the identity we choose. Exactly. Choose your identity, and just be graceful with yourself, because come on, it's not cakewalk, right? It takes something out of us to improve ourselves, to change ourselves, to become better versions of ourselves. But all these tools that I've mentioned today, if you use them, if you work with them, then you will see you will find yourself doing things differently in a way that serves you rather than harms you and deters you from being the person you were meant to be, or achieving what you want to achieve in this world. And like I said, have grace even if you can't. There's no timeline. There's no like, I mean, I'm going to be 50 next year, okay? I'm not married and I don't have any children. And my only dream and desire when I was a young girl was to have children and get married because I loved children. I still love children. But this love that I never got to give my own children because I never got married and I never had children is abundant in me for all the people that I work with. And what a beautiful gift. And I don't see it as something sad. I don't see it as something missed out on. That's what I'm talking about, having the grace to accept. But it took time because initially I couldn't understand, why can't I find the right person? Why can't I have somebody in my life who gets me, who I adore, who adores me? Yes, of course, everybody has their ups and downs, but generally I have that person in my life. Why didn't it happen for me? And for some time I couldn't figure it out. But then I let it go. I was like, this divine destiny has a different person. Accept it. I'm not going to push. I'm just going to allow this to unfold. Having said that, it's not like I just gave up and sat around and said, forget it. I did the neat things that were needed. I went on dating sites. I met whoever, a few people. I didn't meet the person I want to spend my life with. And I am very happy spending my life with myself because I love myself, and not in a narcissistic way. I mean, I truly, truly am grateful for me, and I'm happy with me. I'm happy with me. And however I am, I'm happy with me. And I'm open enough to say, these are my, you know, areas of difficulty. These are the things that I need to change. These are the things that I need to grow in. These are the things I need to work on. And that's fine. It's fine. That's human. Okay. But I'm not going to waste my life for a thing that I wanted which didn't happen, and then allow it to stop me from being who I am anyway in this world, which is a nurturer, a mother, you know, somebody who likes to take care of people, to see them blossom. That's who I am. That's my nature. That's what I am. And that's what I want to do. And so for me, everybody who comes to me is a child that I can nurture, that I can love, that I can heal, that I can hold, that I can give comfort to. And so allow that also in your life. If something is not meant to be in your life, it won't be, and that's okay too. It's okay. And by now, you should have achieved this. By now, you should have done this. By now. And we shame ourselves into feeling like crap because, my gosh, we did not. We did not achieve what the world prescribed and said that gives you value in your life. That means you are a valuable person. And so stop doing that to yourself. Just blossom. Just blossom in your being as you are, as it's unfolding. Work towards what you want, but you're not always going to get what you want. That's just the truth. And that's okay. It's okay. So take what you have and become the best you can be with what you have, and use it, redirect, rechannel it into something wonderful, into something beautiful. Either it's going to destroy you, you're going to live in regret, or you're going to live in resentment that you didn't get this. It was your only dream, but you didn't get it. Or you're going to take this new path and create that same thing in a different way. Because today I can honestly tell you with my entire heart and soul, I feel absolutely no desire for another person in my life. I feel no desire for children in my life because I've been given this great gift. I get to do that for other people, and I have become my own other half because I am complete. I don't need another person to come in and give me anything, because I feel complete. I feel whole. Is it wonderful to have somebody who loves you? Is it wonderful to have somebody who understands you? Absolutely. What a beautiful thing it is. But do I need that in my life today? No, not at all. Absolutely not. Because I feel so complete. I feel so whole. I feel so nurtured in my own being. And I know that I'm one with this entire cosmos, that I can never actually be without a partner or a counterpart. I just am part of this universe. And so you will see how your whole being changes. Your whole character changes, and maybe that's why you did it. Maybe that's why that didn't happen for you, because you were not meant to go down that path. You were meant to go down a different path. My path has been from the beginning very different. It's never been the 9 to 5 usual, married, or go to college, get your degree. It's been completely different from that. Not my soul. That does not align with my soul fully and completely. I think I refuse to compromise. And did that come with some huge challenges, some very difficult times, because I was not willing to compromise myself, my soul, my being? Absolutely. It's not an easy path, my darlings. It's not an easy path, but that doesn't mean it can't be a beautiful path. That doesn't mean it can't be one that is going to be meaningful, that it's invaluable, right? It's invaluable. So this is not an easy part I'm talking about, right? All want fixes. Want everything just to be okay. We want all the money in the world. We want the best partner in the world. We want the best health in the world. We want the best, whatever it is, success in the world. We want to be happy all the time. But life is life. And then I'm sending you all my love and blessings, my darlings, and choose who you're going to identify as. Choose your identity. Yeah, it looks like, I don't know if you heard that bit, but I said, you're not going to give up. You're going to get up and you're going to be the best, most beautiful version of yourself. And you're going to be proud of yourself. You're going to love yourself, and you're going to guide yourself into the light. You're going to guide yourself into that powerful place. That's the seat of your soul. You are going to hold on to that part of you, and you're going to operate from there. You're going to move from there. You're going to move into the world from that part of yourself, which is solid, which is solid in the sense of stability, but it is fluid in the sense of acceptance, that fluidness within you. That, yeah, I go with that fluid flow, and I allow things to unfold as well as I create in the world. 1 plus 1 doesn't equal 2, my darlings. It just doesn't. It just doesn't. And never mind that. You just keep moving forward. Sometimes 1 plus 1 equals a million, right? Sometimes it's just our limited belief. And once we shift from there, we see a different world, a different reality. Choose your reality. What's your reality going to be like? How are you identifying within your being? What is your identity, the new identity that you're going to choose for yourself? And I'm going to leave you with that, my beauties. It's been a long and wonderful session. I have enjoyed it so much. And it was coming through. I knew I had to be here and speak it out and let you all hear all the messages coming through, for all of you beautiful souls. And thank you, my darlings, for being here. And please, I would request you to go ahead and share this with as many people as you can. you know, send them to my YouTube channel so they can subscribe, so that I can finally like get reach more people, so that I can help more people. And really, that is why I'm here. It's not about views, it's not about like how many subscribers do I have or how many hours do I have. I just want to reach the people who need this message, and I want them to know that I exist, so that if somebody is searching for me and they can't find me, and I don't mean it in an egocentric way, I mean like if they need what I can give them and they're looking for me but they don't know I exist, I want you all to help me to reach them, so that they can have what they need, you know and I can be there for them, or for you, and be here for all of you beautiful souls. So please help me spread the word. Please share this channel with as many people as you know, because I really just do this from my heart to yours. That is my only incentive in doing this. Okay. So please help me out, my lovelies, and share it with everybody. Okay. All right, my darlings. Take care of yourselves. Be kind to yourselves. And I love you all. And I will see you again when I am called and when the messages are coming through. Okay. Take care, my lovelies. All my love and blessings. Take care. Bye.